Woo, woo. Yeah, my boys are getting ready to turn in their howls to as fire sirens, fire alarms, fire warning. Red flag weather warning has been issued here in Idaho for Jerome, Twin Falls, and Gooding counties. It's Wednesday evening, close to midnight. Wolves come out at midnight. Here is just, I'm going to be very brief. I'll just let you see the high points because a lot of you, I believe, do have some interest in what's happening in Idaho or have loved ones here. The Weather Authority from www.kmvt.com news, very important. 9 a.m. to midnight, winds, thunderstorms, and abundant lightning. Here's Boise, Mountain Home. This is where a lot of fires are happening here. This is the highway running down to Salt Lake. There's Salt Lake. Mountain Home Air Force Base, Jerome, Twin Falls, Burley. To the east, up here on the Wyoming border, not too far from Idaho Falls. Up north, here is Sun Valley. This is the Wood River Valley, Blaine County, also experiencing drought emergencies. I was not fooling, when I said that this area where the wolves and I are currently staying is surrounded by fires and fire weather. Very serious. Today's high in Boise, Twin Falls area, 102. And this area, this fire weather is expected to continue for quite some time. This is by Paul Johnson for KMVT, Southern Idaho, KMVT TV. Area fire departments are being told to gear up for another round of what's really incoming dry thunderstorms to roll through the area. The southerly winds, the hot winds, are beginning to blow again from the south. KMVT meteorologist Nick Koser said the storms will affect most of the viewing area, and that includes the region I'm in, but will be concentrated in Twin Falls, Jerome, and Gooding. 50 counties, 50 mile per hour erratic wind gusts with the dry thunderstorms and plenty of lightning are expected. Plenty of lightning. Little to no moisture is expected with these storms. While the storm warning will expire at midnight tonight, the weather pattern is expected to be similar through Friday evening. And I've just heard and beyond. Idaho Mountain Express, today's issue, www.mountainexpress.com. There's a very good article here about the fires from the Wood River Valley perspective. Hazy skies tell the story. Photo by Willie Cook. I've got a similar picture, actually. Maybe I'll put it up on my background. Took it the other night. As the adage goes, red skies at night signify a sailor's delight, except, of course, when wildfires in the region have brought a smoky haze to the Wood River Valley. This sci-fi sunset occurred Friday evening looking northwest from Trail Creek Road adjacent to the Sun Valley Golf Course. Several fires are burning to the north of the valley, including the now 34,000-acre Halstead Fire, 18 miles northwest of Stanley. So you can go to www.mountainexpress.com for the entire story there. www.kmvt.com again. Breaking alert. This is just as of this evening. Updated information. More fires reported on local public lands. So this article was updated at 5 p.m. There's a host of rather terrifying photos, actually, all of which have been, these photos in this gallery have been provided by the BLM from the Cave Canyon fire. Look at this. Today ushered in a few more fire starts on the Twin Falls district. The gusty and erratic winds brought about by the thunderstorm cells this afternoon have contributed to increased fire behavior on both the Hotwell and Flat Top 2 fires. As of this evening, the most recent available fire information about them is listed below. So if you have loved ones in the Twin Falls area, Mountain Home area, those are the fires that would be affecting them. This fire, the Cave Canyon fire, not very far southeast of Twin Falls. Isn't that horrific? Fires do have a life of their own, and they can be, well, malevolent. Here's Flat Top, only 8 miles from the town of Kamama. Now 120,000 acres. And remember, much more lightning is now beginning to roll through this area. This is a fire that's difficult due to rugged and inaccessible terrain, but a burnout operation is ongoing and has been helpful to slow the spread of the fire. No containment time. Hotwell, only 6 miles southeast of Declo. 3,000 acres as of this evening. Look at all firefighters, all resources are just stretched to their limits here in Idaho. Due to shifting winds, the fire continues to burn actively toward the southeast. No containment time. Highway 30 fire near Bliss rest stop into Highway 30 south of I-84. 2,000 acres, again lightning. Resources. No structures currently threatened. They do forecast control there, but that's dependent on the weather. South Three Creek, Deadwood, and on it goes. Now we'll look at the worst news, really. And I actually had a comment from somebody who has loved ones near the Trinity Ridge Fire. And you can go to my most recent story and you'll see their comment. So I do hope the people they are praying for are okay. Idaho Statesman, www.idahostatesman.com. Again, this is recently updated. It's today's story. 17,000 acres now. Trinity Ridge Fire. Originally started from a burning utility vehicle, it's surmised. Near Featherville is now threatening dozens of homes in the Rocky Bar, Dutch Creek, and Swan Home areas, and have led fire officials to ask homeowners in these areas to leave. So I had a really bad feeling this afternoon, and that was borne out. There are now evacuation orders associated with the Trinity Ridge Fire. Fire officials warned that the blaze had potential for rapid growth because of dry conditions, the terrain, and the abundance of subalpine fir and lodgepole pine. By Wednesday afternoon, that's today, the fire has blown up to 17,000 acres, stoked by hot temperatures and those winds. Fire crews are doing some structure protection at homes in Rocky Bar and Dutch Creek areas. I think this is where my viewer was concerned about this particular area. I need to go back and look. 30 structures are threatened, but not all of them are homes. So this fire actually blew up from 3,000 acres to 13,000 acres today. Look at that. Fire is alive. It's a very bad fire. This is probably the worst one, I think, that Idaho has had yet this year. This is now threatening many homes also. Access to the popular summer recreation area of Atlanta, that's Atlanta, Idaho, has been restricted to residents. Fire officials are asking everyone else to leave. Access to the Atlanta area via Rocky Bar Road, Forest Road 156, and James Creek Road is closed to traffic. As of the writing of this article, people can still get into Featherville and Pine, but don't rely on my information, people. Talk to your local officials, refer loved ones to local officials, check NIFC, check Incident Web, and then I'll just show you what's happening with Halstead. This is now 34 near, was probably about 36 by now. But this afternoon it was 34,000 roughly acres. Thankfully, this one is not threatening the town of Stanley at this time. Remember, this is a lightning-caused fire, so they won't attempt full suppression on this. The Halstead fire has now consumed 34,021 acres. Has now consumed 34,000 acres, or 137.678 kilometers. Right now, there are 421 personnel, including 8 hand crews, 14 engines, and 3 helos at the scene on this fire alone. The fire progressed east yesterday. They're trying to get it to move north. Firefighters conducted, however, a successful burnout in Beaver Creek. And they are going to work to reduce the fuel load on the forest boundary near private land. So what that means is remediation, creating, if necessary, backfires, burnouts to protect private homes. So that means there is a threat here. With the unstable air and low humidity, and might I add, coming thunderstorms, they're starting to roll through, firefighters will be ready for initial attack on any new fires that ignite as a result of the lightning over the next few days. These areas are still closed due to fire. KMVT, www.kmvt.com. You can sign up for breaking news if you're concerned about Idaho news right here on this website. Okay, I'm out.